Hi everyone, this is the second video of microservices series. Alright, so in the last video, I have given you a heads up about the microservice architecture, right? In this video, we'll see how we can save data into DB. So we'll be starting from this slide, right? So to work on any microservice, first we should know how to save data into DB. So in our case, since we are using Mongo DB, so we should know how to save data into Mongo DB. That part we will cover today in this video. All right, and along with this, in the last video, I was talking about the features. So I just put them into this slide. I'll just show you them. So overall, we'll be having three microservices. So you will see like a micro user management service, stock management service, and the stock report service. So user management service just to, add the user and just get all the users. And stock management service will take care of adding the stocks by the users, right? And stock report is just a kind of a overview, so like which stock is what by what many number of how many number of users, something like that. It's just kind of simple, right? Just want to touch all the lines so that you will understand how to work on microservices, right? And I have added one more slide so that you can see these are the softwares I'll be using in this, so you can install them. For MongoDB, you need Mongo setup, which I'll tell you from where you can download. So I have given that link also. So I'll just show you one sec. So from this link, you can download that setup. And as I have already downloaded, so once you download and click on that icon, right, this will look like this. So initially by default, it's gonna have like admin config local by default system DBs, right? All right, so let's see how we can add or create a new database in this MongoDB. All right, so here, for this, I have created a console application for now. As you can see, my database name is testdb, and this is the connection string, and it's saying localhost because MongoDB is installed my local machines. And if I go back to the same MongoDB, you can see there is no database called testdb. All right, so first I'll just directly run this solution, and I'll show you. All right, it's done. So as this code was completed, as you can see, then there should be a database name with testdb, and there should be a collection with the name called, collection means you can say a table in NoSQL. All right, and then there should be a one row which should have a column name called channel name is equal to infinite demo. All right, let's go back to the MongoDB. I'll just refresh. So you can see it's showing now testdb, which is nothing but our database. If I expand it, text object, which is nothing but our, table. In terms of MonoSQL, we used to call it like collection. All right, and it has one row you can see on the right side, and it is having two. I'll just show you in a table format so that you can see in a table. All right, so first column is underscore ID, which is nothing but each row is like a unique ID, and this is the what which we have created. So we were having one property called channel name, so it's showing infinite demo. All right, I'll just quickly what I'll do, I'll just add one more property, so you should see how I am doing that. I'll just go, and this is my model so you can say domain object. So if I add one more property, say video title, and this is the so it will create one more column. All right, and I'll just need to feed that value also. So what I'll say, video title equal to, it's on MongoDB. All right, it's a console app by the way. So if I now this time I'll show you by debugging. So you can see we got this repository object, and we have added that object. I mean to say that whatever object we have created, this one, it's saved into DB. Now what we are trying to do, again, we are trying to fetch the same record from the DB. So using that, you can see it's showing, you can see infinite demo, second record, and this time it has video title also. All right, I'll just release the control, and this line I have added just to delete the database in the end if I want it. All right, so I'll go back to MongoDB again. Now I'll just refresh. You can see it has created one more new row, and this time it has one more column saying MongoDB collection console app. All right, so similarly we can create all the other methods also. So in my repository, if you see, I have only one method for now, add. It's like this, you can create, delete, edit, and all. It's not a big deal, it's just an easy one. All right. Now I'll just walk you through the how I created the all the database and all. I'll just show this is the starting point. All right. So first, to connect to database, I need to pass connection string and database name. All right. So if I go into this class, you can see it has a method called Mongo client, and we just need to say Mongo client dot get database, passing the database name. You should be able to create a database for that. I mean, it just it won't create unless you save for the first time. I mean to say, when you uh, assume if you just created an object of this one, I mean you got the database and you didn't do anything, so it's not gonna create an object. I mean it's not gonna going to create a database. It will create only when you do the first insert. All right. And the second query repository, so this is the class which is like a it's just like a, you can say a layer on that. So you can layer on the database object. So it will help you to fetch the records, from the MongoDB. So by passing this, like whatever, like it will give you full, it's just like a link queue. So it will help you in fetching the record because you will be familiar with the C# link queue. So you just say object dot get by or something like first or default, as I am doing in my program.cs. You can see I'm using the same object here, and simply as queryable will give you a full object. It's a query, it's not executed, it will execute here, right? So after that I got the query object, and then I'm saying first or default when id is equal to this, then it will fetch the first record and give it to me. If it's equal to null, that means the record itself not there in the db. All right, I'll just go back to the repository again. So like this, it's a generic method, so you can use it the way you want to. And the DB repository is the same thing as which I have used to add or insert, right? This repository I can use for fetching also, but for the simplicity, I'm showing all the features so that when you work on the real project, you should know how to use all the repositories, and I mean, all sorts of techniques you should know at least. So based on the requirement, you can work on it, right? So here is just a simple thing. Again, what I'm doing, I'm just getting the DB object, and just I'm saying get collection, and just saving it. It's an abstract class, by the way, right? So we are inheriting this class. You can see in this test object repository. So you can see we are inheriting from here, right? So we will get all the information which is there, and I'll just show you if I go here. So I will get the DB object. That's what I want into my repository, right? So once I get the DB object, I can do whatever I want to do. So I will simply say DB object dot collection. I mean, so by default collection is there. So I will say insert. If I want to do like, let's say I'll show you all the possible methods. So you have like, you have delete many, like that. You have all the CRUD operations. Simply you can use all the methods, and that's it. All right. So I'll just go back to the slide again here. All right. So today we got to know how to save data into DB. In the next coming video, I'll be working on this user management service, because we should know first how to save the data into DB, then only we can do anything on the service, right? So in the coming video, I'll be working on or I'll be showing you the user management service, how you can add the user and save into DB. So now you know how to save into DB. Now you should be knowing in the future, right, how to create a web API. I'll be using .NET Core 3.1. So for that, you will be needing VS Code 2019. Otherwise, it's not gonna work because there is a limitation on that. So 2017 is working till 2.2. So it's not right now. They are not having backward compatibility. So for .NET Core 3.1, you need at least 2019. All right. Thank you.